Hey y'all, great morning, grand rising, all that stuff. Good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. So anyways, I wanted to come on because I know that there's a lot of concern and worry with the whole new administration's strike against diversity, equity, and inclusion. This whole thing going on with DEI. People are afraid, rightfully so, because it sounds like there will be no more opportunities. It sounds like you may have missed the boat. However, I wanted to come on here and just really reassure you all that opportunities are here, and it's here now, and why now is the most valuable time in history to actually become a part of this movement of securing the bag in the government contracting space, if I can say it like that. So I know that when you think diversity, equity, and inclusion, I know that the new administration is looking to, and they've already kind of put a freeze on certain things on the federal level that's related to minorities as well as women. Okay, so what does this mean in our particular space? First of all, I want to share with you all that the state and the local city and county minority set-aside programs are still alive, vibrant, and these are government entities that are, definitely fighting and pushing back. So there are certain things that has to go through, senates and approvals and all this stuff. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of years of bureaucracy, and even at the click of a button, nothing changes overnight. So these things that are happening right now may take the next 4 to 6 years or longer, I don't know, or maybe it'll never happen, to really funnel its way all the way through the system in order for it to really affect us, as people, entrepreneurs who are, who are participating in these particular set-aside programs. However, with that said, what are you waiting for? Because if you're not already taking advantage of the opportunities because you've already been sitting on the sidelines waiting and wondering how to get started and procrastinating on getting started, or not trying to figure out how to get your foot in the door, it doesn't affect you either way, okay? But for those who have been waiting, right, the wait is over. It's time to either make a decision. Look, you're either going to be left behind or you're going to get into this game, because this is where 7-figure earners are born, 8-figure earners are born. If you're like 5 figures, 6 figures in business and you're not doing this is what's holding you back. And it's only obvious, right? So what is the biggest fear? And I know that there are some things, like sometimes people may need to make investments in, getting started in their business and things of that nature. So you have credit issues, you have finance issues. It's really hard to get ahead, but you can find ways around that, right? Because at the end of the day, let's just say your life depended on it. You know what I'm talking about? We're talking about your future, your kids, your future, their kids, their children. We're talking about generational wealth, curse breaking, all that stuff. So let's just say your life depends on you making a decision, right? Because until you are mentally, emotionally, fully aligned with the idea that it's all or nothing, you will continue to wait on the sideline for something to just fall in your lap. This is just what I know, okay? So you have to make some things move. When people want something, they will find a way to make it happen for themselves, regardless if you got to go do chicken sales, if you got to do fundraisers, if you got to go ask for money, if you have to go do some credit repairs so you can get money, if you got to come up with a book idea to go sell those books, you can come up with a plan. Because at the end of the day, if something happened, let's just say the worst case scenario, something happened, and if you don't come up with, however much, let's say 100,000 to save your life, then you lose it all, okay? That type of pressure will make people go do what they got to do. You going to church, you asking for money, you looking for grants, you asking for money, you fixing your credit, you're leveraging your banks, you're pulling together your credit cards, you're pulling off your 401k, you're doing whatever it is that you need to do to come up with this money so that you can save your life, right? So with that type of mentality, if you were just to transfer that into how the state of emergency is here for Black-owned, minority-owned, woman-owned just small businesses in general, so that you can get yourself in this particular door, because otherwise it's going to be the wealthy and the have and the not have. That is becoming more and more of a reality. Sometimes, you got to think about working for other people. Employment, employed people are becoming poorer and poorer because inflation is real. Times are changing. The wages, honestly, is never gonna keep up with inflation and with the cost of living. And so even if you have a job, and that's great, benefits, all that stuff is great, you may be able to get by. But if you want to do more than just get by, especially if you don't have like a job that pays multiple six figures, right? We're talking about just regular everyday people that want to change their lives. Okay, so let's just be realistic about things. You got to have a side hustle. You got to have a job. I mean, not just a job, but you got to have a small business on the side where you can make money, so that your business income will surpass your job, W-2 income, and then you can have some choices if you choose to, right? There are reasons why people do both, for comfortability, or maybe they feel secure in some kind of way, or maybe for benefits, and you can't really you're not ready to like be fully responsible for your own benefits and all. Those are logical reasons why people basically hold on to like W-2 jobs or whatever. But what I'm saying here is that when it comes to this DEI stuff, and people are afraid, even small business owners are afraid, is like at the end of the day, you are not selling skin. If you are truly in business and you have a service to offer, and you know that your service is a great solution and that it is transformational or whatever it is, then you're still going to sell that service. It doesn't matter if your skin is green. It doesn't matter if your skin is brown or black or yellow or orange or red or whatever for that matter, because you are an entrepreneur. You are a business owner before you are a black business owner. So that said, small businesses, if you're a small business, doesn't matter if DEI was to disappear, and there's never going to be, and there will never be other opportunities for those set aside pools of money for women or minorities, as they say, right? If that were the case, at the end of the day, do you still have a business? Do you still have an offer? Do you still sell a service? Can you still provide the product? And if so, yes, we are entrepreneurs, we are business owners, we are problem solvers before we are anything else, okay? So with that said, the government will always be buying from small business owners who provide those services and those products. Are you that? And if so, yes, let's not get caught up in the rigmarole or whatever it is, like the foolishness that's going on in the world. Let's figure out how to see clearly through all the noise and still close the bag. You are an entrepreneur. Show up as that. You are a solution to the government's needs. Show up as that. You are still selling a service that the government can use. Provide that. Market yourself as that. Position yourself as that. We may not always be able to play the business and the black business, right, card together, right? But you still have a card to play. And if you are smart, really think about that. Elon Musk, in fact, the things that's going on right now with Elon Musk being over like the head of government contracting or whatever it is that he's been assigned to, it's a direct conflict of interest, if you ask me, because number one, he has contracts with the government. He's a government contractor himself. So, and the mere fact that, any of these guys, these big gurus, I don't want to call them big gurus, but multi-billionaires that have less than 500 employees, they're still called small businesses. Do you think that they're going to consider ruining their opportunities to continue to get government contracts as a quote unquote small business that has under 500 employees? No, they're not. So with that said, small businesses are always going to have opportunities. They have opportunities right now. So you can't forget the fact that you are a small business. The economy thrives on small businesses. 99.9% of the workforce in America are employed by quote unquote small businesses that have under 500 employees, which means that if that ever goes away, small business contracting in general, regardless of your skin, your race, your sex, your preferences, or whatever, whether you served or not, will always be the heartbeat of the economy, right? If that ever goes away, the entire economy will collapse. No president, in his right mind will collapse his own economy unless he's AI. You know, unless he's a plant or something like that. He would never corrupt and collapse the economy on purpose, especially if you're benefiting from it. You know what I'm saying? As an entrepreneur yourself, as a business owner yourself. So the time is now, you guys. It is. The time is now. The time is now to get yourself registered, local, state, federal. This is why I've always talked about local, state, federal. Optimize. You got to optimize and be ready. Money might be in your backyard. It may be in your region. Opportunities are going to come on the federal level, nationally. There's opportunities, but if you're not in position, what are we talking about on the sidelines? Get yourself in position. It's nothing but paperwork to get yourself in position. And then there's strategy. Of course, there's trainings. There's plenty of trainings on how to do everything else, but get yourself in position. That's like phase one. Like, get in position. If you're not in position and you're talking about these things, what does it matter? It means absolutely nothing. That's just like, you know, people talking about, the abolishment of slavery or whatever, and how we're due at reparations. Well, none of us were ever enslaved, right? We're like several generations out from that. So why are we talking on the sidelines about something that has absolutely nothing to do with us? Yes, it would be great to inherit our ancestors' inheritance. That would be great and all that stuff. But reparations are already here, and it's in the form, in my eyes, in my mind, the way that I see it, is in the form of these opportunities that will transform your life. It's going to be better than sharing across however many billions of people across the nation, right? It's going to be better because you yourself can make multiple 6, multiple 7, multiple 8 figures and beyond as a government contractor. So your business, that's the thing. The business is the difference between what makes people highly wealthy and what makes people just getting by. It's your business and how you run it and how you operate it and how you view it and the way that you position it and who you do business with. All of that really does matter. So the time is now. The time is now to hop in, get your business registered to become a contractor and solve the problems that the government is paying lucrative money, regardless of your race, age, creed, color, your skin, all that stuff, to solve those particular problems, whether it's janitorial problems, electrical problems, construction problems, hair problems, catering problems, event planning problems, public relations problems. I just seen a problem that they're looking to resolve for chaplain service, those type of problems, for goats eating grass on the side of the road type of problems, for bacon and eggs and syrup in the correctional facilities types of problems. Those are things for papers and paper clips and notary services and housing and project management and what else, property management. There's all different types of things that the government is buying right now. So stop talking and get in position so that you can start benefiting from the opportunities that are here, because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. Are you going to be in or are you going to be out? Because as you can see, what's going on in the economy is not really going to change. Things are going to continue. The prices, inflation is going to continue to rise. It's always going to cost more and more and more to live, and to live the way that you want to live, the lifestyle that you want to live. And also, like, traveling is going to be a traveling expense. That's always going to cost more and more, right? As time continues to go by. Is your money big enough? And if not, it's time to go after this big money, because this is where it's at. I'm just telling y'all, we're moving more and more towards the have and have nots. You're either going to be wealthy or you're going to be extremely poor, because the middle class is basically almost non-existent, right? The middle class is shrinking, and eventually it's going to be non-existent. And so I would hate to see, fast forward in the future, people standing on the sidelines, just having conversations, and they're not even involved, right? Standing on the sidelines, looking at other people rise to the top when they could be right there with them, on the sidelines, wondering what they need to do to get started, or on the sidelines with their woe is me. My credit is bad, I can't get money, all these different things. And yes, they may be valid reasons right now, but they're not the reason why you can't. The reason why you can't is because you choose not to, right? Because if there's a will, there's a way. There's always ways to get out of your situation, whether they're financial situations or what have you, that's holding you back. because it does take money to make money, right? It takes money to make money, regardless of what you may think or what you may believe. If you don't believe that, if you don't think that it takes money to make money and you can just sow nothing and just become wealthy, like you got it all backwards, right? In order to get an apple, you have to plant an apple seed, right? Because that's the root of it, right? The fruit must match the root. That is the root. The root of an apple is the apple seed, right? But within the apple, when you plant it in good soil and you seed to it, it's going to grow into a beautiful tree full of apples, and all of those apples are going to have a multitude of seeds. That's just the way that life works. It's the way that money actually works. You plant money seeds, you're going to grow a money tree. That money tree is going to come back in abundance. So you have to understand how the principles of this universe actually operate, right? So you got to stop being afraid. If you are, for those, I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but if you're afraid, stop being afraid. Scared money, they say, this sounds cliche, but they say scared money don't make money. Only money makes money, baby. And if you have lack of money, if you have limited money or limited money beliefs or whatever, it's time to change that, because it's accessible. It's accessible. You just got to use your creativity. You got to remember, we were created in the image of God, who was the creator of all. And so what does that make us? We're creators. And so when you use your creativity to get out of your situation, you will begin to see change, y'all. So I created this video because I know that people are afraid, and I want to just help calm, your fear, which is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. And it's not going to serve you. It's not going to take you anywhere. It's not going to do anything for you. If you want to get results in this time, in this season, you got to think differently. You got to do something different. You got to be willing to be creative and create, so you can create wealth, right? So that's it for today, you guys. I hope this is valuable for you, but let me know in the chat if you are moving forward, if you're going to be a wealth creator, or if you're just going to be a person that just kind of watches everyone else create wealth while you're sitting on the sidelines. So #wealth if you're a wealth creator. Let's go.